Hello students. Today I am going to explain you chapter 5 from part 2, Directors of a Company. Introduction of this chapter. A company is a large business formation. It is formed in compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act. The personality of a company is artificial. It cannot work by itself. In company formation, the number of shareholders or owners is huge. They are spread over the whole country. Moreover, there is no restriction on share transfer. There is always change in its ownership. A company is a large entity. Nowadays, special managerial skills are required due to compulsion of maintenance of international standard, production of quality product, and increase in competition. In a company, direct management by owners or shareholders is not possible. So, shareholders appoint their representatives. The functions of the company are carried out by a group of these representatives known as their board of directors. According to provisions made, the board is required to meet within 30 days of the formation of the company and thereafter at least 4 times in a year. Every director should participate in meetings. If for any reason he is not able to attend the meeting, he can participate through video conference according to the new companies law. According to the Companies Act 2013, minimum of 1/3 or at least 2 directors, whichever is more, should be present in a meeting. Every company shall have at least one director who has stayed in India for a total period of not less than 180 days in the previous calendar year. Two elements are very important for the existence of the company. First, ownership, and second, management. In a company formation, owners are the shareholders who have invested in the form of equity shares. They take the risk of investment in shares. They have to bear whatever the result of the company is, profit or loss. Good management leads to name, fame, and profit, while inefficient management invites losses. So, now, in many companies, directors are owners of the company by holding shares and by their proper management policy, efficient administrative skills, they lead the company to success. In India, the dynamics of managing a company change from time to time. At present, the management of a company is conducted only by a board of directors. A managing director is appointed to assist the board. Directors and board of directors. Number 1, meaning. According to the Companies Act 2013, director means a director appointed to the board of a company. A director has been defined by many authors. Number 1, a director is that person who formulates general policies for overall management, direction and control of the company. Number 2, a director is that person who manages the company entirely by formulating policies and strategies within the parameters of Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. Here, we have to note that the company is managed collectively by a group of directors. This group is called the Board of Directors. The Board of Directors is the highest managing authority of a company. Board of Directors is the brain in the body of a company. Second, legal position of directors. According to various judgments passed by various courts in context of the role of directors, the relationship between a director and the company can be understood as under. In this, number 1, director as a representative. Directors are representatives of shareholders. They are elected by shareholders. They are given a remuneration for their services. However, they are not paid employees of the company as the specified company is managed by elected representative of shareholders. They act in accordance with the authority specified in the Memorandum of Association. They act within the limits of the authority granted to them. The directors are personally responsible for acts beyond their authority. Number 2, director as an administrative partner. Shareholders are the owners of the company. They elect representatives from amongst themselves. These representatives manage the company. Thus, the status of a director is that of an administrative partner. As administrative partners, they, in capacity of owners, can collectively decide about allotment of shares and making calls on shares. They are not partners because, like a partner in the firm, a director cannot make other directors responsible for work done by him. Secondly, relation among partners is of permanent nature while directors have to retire by rotation. Number 3. Director as a trustee. When directors are elected by shareholders, then they are automatically entrusted with the property and funds of the company. The board of directors manages these as trustee. It means that the board of directors has to manage such funds and property in the interest of company. They cannot derive any personal benefits or profit from the management of the company property. Thus, directors are just managing trustees, not real trustees. The property of the company is not in the name of its directors, but it is in the name of the company, whereas a trustee holds the property of a trust in his own name. Moreover, a trustee can file a suit in court in his own name, while in case of company, legal proceedings are done in the name of the company and not in the name of its directors. Fourth, director as employee. Directors of a company are not employee of the company. They are considered officers of the company in certain matters. Therefore, it is evident that it is very difficult to decide legal status of directors. In certain matters, they are officers of company, but they are not employee of the company. To certain extent, they are representative or agents of the company. To some extent, they also have characteristics of trustees. Thus, they possess the peculiarities of all these four fiduciary positions. Next topic is number of directors and their identification number. In this, number 1, number of directors. For a public company, in a public limited company, there must be a minimum of 3 directors. For a private limited company, in a private limited company, a minimum of 2 directors are required. For a single person company, in a single person company, minimum of 1 director is essential. The maximum number of directors in a company can be 15. However, the number of directors can be increased to more than 15 by passing a resolution. Number 2, number of directorship. A person can hold the office of a director for maximum 20 companies, including public company and private company. A person can be appointed director at not more than 10 public companies. A provision in the Companies Act specifies that this number can be reduced by the shareholders through a special resolution. Anyone found accepting an appointment in violation of this rule is liable to be punished. Identification number of directors. A person who wants to be a director has to apply through a specific application form for an identification number to the central government. The central government issues a director's identification number within 1 month of receiving such an application. Nobody can apply for a second identification number. After receiving the identification number, a person has to inform the company where he is director. The company has to inform this identification number of all directors of the company to the registrar of companies within a specific time. If this is not informed within specific time period, officers responsible are liable to be punished. Thank you.